Peace and blessings, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Ali. And today we're going to decipher in the cipher. Are you a strong follower of Messenger Elijah Muhammad's teachings? Often we look at ourselves as being righteous, wise, strong, full of faith. But when we read the scriptures carefully, what we find is the followers of the messengers of God are actually full of doubt, weaknesses, wickedness, idol worship. Now, I mean, we're what the scriptures call a stiff-necked and hard-headed people. Now, I mean, and you know, it's like it's easy to imagine ourselves as being always on God's side. Now, I mean, when we read the scriptures, we don't think about the people that was worshiping Baal. Now, I mean, we like to read about Daniel and the lion's den, and you know what I mean, the strength of Jesus, and it's like, but his disciples were sincere, dedicated, hard-working, faithful men and women, but they were flawed. Now, I mean, you know, they had doubt, they had fears. Now, I mean, they worshiped that mystery God. Now, I mean, you know, it's common for us to speak of Messenger Elijah Muhammad in prophetic terms, like he's the Moses. Now, I mean, but if he's the Moses, and he is symbolically, now, I mean, then who are the people that broke the Ten Commandments? Who are those people? Who are those that went with Samaria and went with Aaron, and they took off the earrings and the bracelets and the gold from the people and polished it all up and made a golden cow and had the people worshiping a calf instead of Yahweh or Jehovah or Master Farad Muhammad, the true and living God? I mean, it's like we like to point fingers at individuals, especially in leadership. We be like, oh, well, Farrakhan this, Minister Jeremiah this, Salas Muhammad this. But what about all those thousands of FOIs and MGTs that conspired and participated in that idol worship with them? Now, I mean, God is teaching us a lesson in all of that. Now, I mean, everybody like, oh, Jesus, you know, he was the Son of God. He was strong. He died for our sins. It's like, yeah, but what about the doubting Thomases? What about the doubting Thomases with an S? I ain't talking about one individual. What about the Antichrist? I'm talking about with the S. It's a whole bunch of Antichrists in and out of the Nation of Islam. It's a whole bunch of lip professors, those that pretend to believe and they really just don't believe. You know what I mean? You know, it's a disease in their heart. You know what I mean? You know, those that, you know, it seemed like they believe in Master Farad Muhammad as a law God in person. They believe that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is his last messenger, but they really don't. You know what I mean? So I want you to identify yourself in prophecy as not being something perfect, holy, strong, but also flawed. Now, I mean, we all have weaknesses. We all have faults. Now, I mean, we worship that which we should not worship. Now, I mean, and it's through the grace or through the Rahman or Rahim or the beneficence and the mercy or the love of Allah God in the person of Master Farad Muhammad that he came to redeem us. Not because we was fasting and we was vegetarians and we was righteous and pious and we was obedient to the restricted laws of Islam, but we were a broken people. And he came and mentally resurrected us out of his love. So we're saved not by our works, we're saved by grace. And for that, I am grateful to Allah God who came to person of Master Farad Muhammad and his messenger, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And you should be too. Salam Allah. The struggle continues.